Welcome back. Today we are with Knowledge, one of our students who just finished the mentoring program, and he's going to share with us his experiences coming in as a total beginner to where he's at now. So let's dive right in. Knowledge, go ahead and tell us a bit about your musical background and where you were before you got into all this.
Well, musical background wise, I was, used to be in choir. Started playing guitar about 7 years ago. That was pretty much all I knew. And I always could hear songs or would have songs in my head or sing, but I always wanted to put things together or get things out there and didn't really know how, to make it happen. And it was funny because just randomly one day, Ari hit me up, and I don't know how or why. Like, it just all happened like the right time, and that's how I got started on my musical journey.
And that said, how long ago was that?
Did I get started?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Wow.
6 months ago. Yeah, it all just happened so fast.
6 months, completely new to Ableton and all that, and now you're pretty good with it. You're confident.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
how has your mentorship been so far? And how do you feel now going forward?
I feel like I can get my ideas out. Literally just before this call, I had a song in my head and then just started working on it. Before I
Wow.
have a song, and I'd be frustrated, honestly, and didn't know how to, go about things. But now it's like, let's just get it going.
Everything's set up, right? So you just need to go in your DAW and just start writing songs.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Not to worry about mixing, mastering, nothing.
Yeah.
Just write your songs.
Yeah, I'm just writing songs, and I'm really good at making songs on the spot. So that just really helps me shine where I work best. Now that I have everything else, set up.
Yeah, this is a good example because I remember you are good with lyric writing and writing songs. So the only thing that was holding you back was the production, the technical aspects, which you've nailed down now, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, thanks to you guys, really. You guys have made it happen. It's just amazing how much I've learned, and it was kind of a struggle. Obviously, I had work and other things going, but little by little, I could see it all pieced together, and it started making sense. Like about halfway through, I'm like, oh, okay, that's why they're saying that. So I really appreciated it.
So what were your biggest takeaways from the program?
Well, I'll say just stick to the videos, the modules that you guys had, and ask questions. Granted, I probably could have asked more questions. I know I hit up Geet quite a bit, and little things here and there, like, hey, but yeah, it's honestly what you make of it. And there's really, and not be afraid to experiment. Because obviously there's a cookie cutter way of doing things, but it's better to understand the fundamentals before going and trying new things. So I guess that would be one of my biggest things.
So were you producing before you joined us, or did you start absolutely as a beginner with us?
Absolute beginner. What I was doing before was like cover songs, but production wise, I didn't know anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now going forward, you'd say that you are probably creating a track or two a week, right? Now?
Yeah, so far I think I have 24 songs in the process.
Wow.
Some of them are mostly finished, other ones are just kind of started. But yeah, it's a lot. It's all just
But most of them are finished. That's the most important thing, because it's so rare that music producers are finishing their tracks, as many of us know. So to actually be finishing most of them, that in itself is huge.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, you are working full time, correct? Tell us a little bit about how you were working full time, but you still how much time were you spending every week to learn the production aspects that we're teaching you and still getting results?
Well, during the weekday, I'd try to hash out an hour, but the weekends where I had most of my time. But yeah, I was just doing that little bit. I think the first few weeks were the harder part. Just putting everything together. But once I had everything set in place with the modules, it was mostly automated. All I had to do was just put in the basics, and then it was running itself. So it didn't take as long of a time from there.
Nice. So half an hour to 1 hour maybe every second day, you know, and then the weekends you'd put in some time, right? So
Right.
that's all it took, right?
Right.
For about.
Yeah.
So your biggest takeaways, knowledge from the past 8 weeks, what would you say? Anything specific that you would handpick that changed the way you think about production?
Well, I would say just all the different styles. So my thing was I was very like conservative, very like in my niche. I didn't want to put drums on nothing. I didn't
You
want
didn't
to
want to put FX,
I didn't
remember?
I didn't
Those
want,
days?
yeah.
No, I used to tell him to put FX and he just give me the straight face. And I'm like, try it, knowledge. Let's try it for the side. Then he would put the FX and I'm like, all right, okay. Okay, this makes sense now.
Yeah.
Right?
No, so my biggest
That's fun.
takeaway is even though you have a certain style or you might have something in mind, you know, don't be afraid to learn, you know, that piece of information because it could still be used in some way, shape, or form in what you're doing. So like for me, yeah, I always want to produce like gospel music. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna have just the vocal, a little background music, but obviously that's not components of a song. So I learned by learning other kind of styles and things that, you know, I picked up along the way. It also helped me develop my own personal style and what I was going for.
Okay. So today I was actually talking to this guy online, and we were kind of debating a little bit. He was telling me that so we tell the people who join us that you would not spend a lot of years learning the technique, which is evident from what you've done. So this guy, Jerry, so would you say knowledge to Jerry that what you learned in 6 months is not something that you could have learned like within 6 months? It would have taken you years.
Yeah, most likely years of frustration. Because if you look at YouTube videos, everybody has something different. You know, it's kind of all information. It's hard to piece it together. But you know what you guys have developed is kind of a straightforward format where it's kind of lined up, and we're not getting all these other voices. You know, so I really enjoyed that.
Right. So that's awesome. So anything that you would like to share with someone who's in a similar situation as you were 6 months back?
I would say if you've ever thought about music or producing music or are a singer, you know, just go for it. You know, worst thing you can do is try something new, learn a new skill. And, you know, I took the plunge. I was a little hesitant at first. I'm like, I don't know what they're up to. But honestly, I'm like, wow, it's night and day difference. From when I started, I could barely, you know, make a song to now it's like, you know, just like that. So I would say just take the plunge, whoever's listening, whoever's watching, who's thinking about it, you know, just go for it.
Beautiful. That's amazing. Couldn't have said it better. So if anyone wants to take that plunge, click the link in the description. We can have a chat. You can also reach out on social media and we'll see if it's a good fit for you. If that inspires you, you want to level up, feel free. Thanks for sharing your story, knowledge. Thanks for watching. And until next time.
Yeah, appreciate it.